All right. Hello. It is Wednesday, April 15th, and this is your live Q&A for AP English Literature. We're in to the last 6 weeks, and for many of you, that's the you're looking forward to moving on, graduating, and seeing what's going to be next for you. Obviously, kind of a crazy time as far as senior activities, graduation, what's going to happen. But I guess it's important to remain optimistic because we're not going to be stuck at home forever, and eventually things will move on, and we'll be back out in the open. So I hope you're trying to maintain good spirits. I did put a couple things up that I thought you might enjoy. There's a Padlet in Google Classroom if you want to put up movies or shows that you've discovered during this time or rediscovered during this time that you think the rest of us would enjoy. You can put a picture of the movie poster or the show poster up on the Padlet, and then in a couple days I'll put the link of the completed Padlet out. So hold on a second. I'm getting a text from Miss Legrone. Okay, so one thing that you do need to do, and I'll put this in Remind and Google Classroom, is you need to go in to your College Board account and into the your email, and the email that you use to set up your College Board account. And the College Board sent you an email, so you need to go look at it and read it. It doesn't tell you yet how to log in. It doesn't necessarily give you a test code. It's just kind of a test email to make sure that everybody can access their account. And you'll need to be able to access that account on the test day, so that you can get to the test question and then upload your answer in a timely manner. So that's important. And if you're having issues with that, you need to let me know. And I'll go through Ms. Legrone. I can send you the email address that you use if you don't remember. So send me a message if that's an issue. I also sent out a link. There's a form for the College Board that if you don't have access to Wi-Fi at home still, and you're just relying on data, they have help they can send you, but they need to know where you are so they can send the help to you. So that form is there for you to fill out as well. Let's go to your questions. How do we sign up for the AP exam? You already did. Remember back in the fall when we had that class code to join AP English Literature and Composition, as well as all of your other classes? If you did that and you're still in the class, you're signed up. So you don't have to do anything extra to sign up. You do need to go check your email though and make sure you can get into your account. And again, if you need your email address, let me know. Which brings me to another thing. I recommend that now that you're about to move on to graduation, life after high school, I recommend that you set up one email account that you have. Don't have it where you have a Yahoo, a Gmail, Hotmail, whatever else you have. One email address that has a reasonably professional sounding name. So maybe your name at gmail.com or your name and a number at gmail.com, because there's a lot of people with the same name. Because once you start applying for jobs, sending out your resume, you don't want some silly sounding email address on your resume. You want something that sounds professional. One email address. Now, if you want to set up crazy names on Snapchat, other social media apps, that's fine. But, start being aware that the things that you post on social media are always there. Even the stuff that's on Snapchat, you're like, oh, it's going to go away. No, I mean, people can go back in and find it if they really need to. Because here's one thing my dad says: if the product is free or the service is free, then you are the product. So things like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, everything you put up there is then the property of that application, and they can do with it whatever they want. So just something to bear in mind. What other questions do you have about the AP test, about the class, about school, about we'll open the floor. Questions that you have about symbolism from the class today, if you watched that, or any of the other topics that we've had. I have been going through your reflection sheets and pulling questions out so that tomorrow when we have Q&A, I'll kind of go through those questions from the reflection sheets too. But you can go ahead and enter your questions that you have right now in the live chat, or you can send them through Remind. It may be, I guess, that symbolism is easier than you thought, because a lot of people asked questions about this in some of the earlier reflection sheets, but I'm not seeing any questions now. If you weren't in the Q&A yesterday, we are moving the grades for practice essay number 6 from the 5th 6 weeks to the last 6 weeks. Alexis asks, so is it for sure we will not be returning to school? Well, right now the Dallas County stay-at-home order is through April 30th. Before the 30th, they'll decide whether to extend that to May 20th. Dr. Hinojosa said released a statement that made it sound unlikely that we would return to school during the school year, but that's not been made 100% certain. So I think we're kind of waiting to see, what happens with the coronavirus. Obviously, if the stay-at-home order lifts on the 30th, and we can come back to school in May, maybe some of the things that we were planning on doing would still happen. So, but the district said they would release an announcement about senior events and things like that on or before April 19th, which is Sunday. So we'll just wait for that before we say anything official. Freddie says, I don't have any questions from today's lesson. So what would I put in the reflection sheet when you ask for a question? Well, what's a question you have about symbolism? And if you don't have any questions at all about symbolism, what is your favorite symbol from or the symbol that stood out to you the most from anything that we've read this year? I would put that. Is it true that the scores are waived and everyone will pass this year? For the AP test, the answer is no. They will still, you'll write the essay. Readers will come together and grade them. They will obviously not come together in the same place as they have in the past, but essays will be sent to readers to be graded, and you'll still get a score, and it'll just be on the basis of this one essay. So no, everybody's not passing the AP test. They're not waived. Otherwise, they would just say, hey, don't worry about taking the test, because it's a lot of expense to distribute the tests. Well, not to distribute really, but I guess to have the readers grade them, because they get paid a pretty good amount of money to sit there in a room for 10 days and read essays. So no, there will still be AP tests. There will not be ACP tests. Those have been canceled. So if you're in a class that would have an ACP as a senior or senior exams, those have been canceled. Any other questions? Well, right now there are 8 up on the wall. I'm going to put in some more nails into the whiteboard, because there are about 15 more medals to put on there. Other questions? How have I been spending my free time? First of all, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? The Bites person? Just curious. Free time. Well, I've been running a little bit. I've been riding my bike. Walking the dog. Coming up with things to get done around the house. Talking on Zoom to family members, friends, that I wouldn't be able to see, normally that we would get together with. So my sister and my dad, we get together with on Zoom every Saturday. This week we're going to play Monopoly online. So that'll be fun. And if you don't have Zoom, there's also supposedly an app called Discord that's supposed to let you do things like that. And there are some fun games you can play online. The apps are, a couple dollars, and one way to spend time together. Been watching some movies and TV. I don't have a whole lot of attention span for TV, but watched a series called Home Before Dark. Started a series on Amazon Prime called X Hunters, about people hunting Nazis in the United States in the 1970s. It's not a documentary. It's very fiction and weird. It's produced by Jordan Peele, who's the guy who directed the films Get Out and Us, but that's on Prime if you have that. Yes, Alexis. Last week's reflections, April 8th and 9th, were bonus, and those will be applied to quiz grades. So grades actually lock on Sunday night. They opened that up, but we'll make sure everything's taken care of. All right, anything else? Any other questions? Once again, check that form and remind if you're having difficulty with Wi-Fi and you're having to rely on data, and the College Board will help you. If food is an issue for you, the school has pickup tomorrow between 10 and 1. Tomorrow we'll be we're going to flip-flop tomorrow and Friday's activities. We're going to flip. So tomorrow we're going to do one more close reading activity from Brave New World, and we'll focus on symbolism, since that was the topic of the class today. Symbolism and impact on character. And then Friday we'll have a session on practice essay number 6. And Friday we'll also have the quiz open again for anybody who missed it. So Alexis, does 9 to 10 on Friday work for you? Because I'll reopen it again for people who weren't able to take it today or yesterday. Anyway, I guess send me a message if that'll work. Any other questions? If you guys are finding yourself in need of other things, send me a private message and remind. There are a lot of charities, agencies, organizations that are reaching out. To help. So it can be a matter of connecting people with the right opportunity. All right, last call. Last call for questions. Okay, so 11 o'clock tomorrow, we'll have a close reading class over passage from Brave and the Q&A afterwards at 11:50. The Last Kingdom. Last Kingdom. All right, I'll take a look. Once I get through the first season of the X Hunters, that's the one I'll look at next. So hope everybody's managing to stay safe and sane and healthy. I know it's kind of stir crazy when it's sunny and nice outside, so go outside, but be careful. Take a walk, take your pet for a walk. If you're getting sibling stir crazy, that can help. So if there are no other questions, we will see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. When will practice essay grades be released? Those will be up before Friday or sooner. I'm not putting them in until I have everybody's done. So, and I'm getting a lot of them turned in this week because they didn't turn them in last week. So, and if that's it, we will see you tomorrow.